welcome back. All right, well, uh, we closed on Griggs explaining that someone had been looking for you.
I imagine Rhowan's probably the point of contact for Griggs at the moment.
Yeah. Is he still around? Where's this guy?
No, he went back.
Did he say where he would be? The Deer and
Well, no,
Damsel,
but
perhaps?
that seems to be it. But there was something else he told me. What was it? Oh, not to tell. Oh, don't tell him that I told you, okay?
I wouldn't dream of it.
All right. You guys want to play some cards?
Yeah, that sounds nice.
I do have somebody I would like to talk to before that.
Yeah, all right. Who do you want to talk to?
Would you happen to know where shopkeeper Darren is?
Oh, Darren? Yeah, he's over there in his shop. He's working on some leather, I think. That's what he's normally doing.
All right then. I'm gonna start heading over. I kind of just turn to the others. I feel like I have some things I would like to say to this young man.
Yeah, sure. Do you want company or do you want to go by yourself?
Oh, you can accompany me if you'd like.
Sure.
Yeah, so you head over to this it's sort of like a long 3/4 of a building, and half of it is like a smithy and the other half is leatherworks and tools and that sort of thing. As you approach, you can see a man who is in fact wearing a leather apron and working with a leather awl on some sort of scraps. I can actually give you a reference image here. He kind of glances up for a second as he's working with his leather, and then very quickly looks again. Hi there.
Does he seem surprised at all to see us?
Insight check.
Not my best skill, but let's give it a go.
Can I give her guidance or help her with guidance?
You'd have to know she's making an insight check.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm insight checking you, sir.
Yeah, he looks more embarrassed than anything. He's certainly surprised. But after being so certain that you're going to meet your fate, he's clearly feeling a little bit embarrassed and not sure how to react.
Well, hello. Having a good day?
Yeah.
Darren, was it? With a Y?
Yeah, with a Y, that's right. Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to let you know that I returned safely with my friends.
Yeah, you did. I guess that's a good thing. Listen, I didn't mean any disrespect. You're obviously very capable travelers. Did you see like the monsters out there though?
Actually, I was going to come and say thank you because you did give us a very accurate heads up.
Well then, all is well, and it looks like you guys stopped the rain somehow. And don't know how you did that.
I don't think that had anything to do with us. And she looks back at where Rhowan is. I'm pretty sure anyway.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't us.
Well, that little guy that's been helping us out, he said that, powerful adventurers could absolutely drive the rain away. I don't know what he was on about, but I mean, the very fact that you survived, I figured there must be some truth to it.
Wren kind of looks over at Sylra. I think maybe it was just coincidence.
I think so too. You know, that little guy sure can spin some tall tales.
Yeah, well, that he does. He told me that one of his friends turns into a horse on a regular basis, and
Yeah, no, that's
real.
True.
okay, so the rain thing isn't true, but turning into a horse is.
Our druid friend. Totally. Yeah.
Did Rhowan follow with?
I don't think so. Okay. Unless Brielle also went, but then I would be
She
saying
would have gone with
backchatting.
the girls, but
Okay,
she
then if
had
everybody's going, then I'll go.
You turn into a
Yeah.
horse?
Yeah.
I kind of want to see that.
Okay. Just right there.
God,
Is that not the weirdest thing you've ever seen in your life?
Magic.
he just kind of like ducks down behind the counter for a moment, and when he comes back up, he has a bottle of whiskey. That's seriously messed up.
So trying to do like that horse lips thing, try to get the bottle.
Oh.
No, mine. But you're still a person in there?
I could actually, if I link my mind to his, I can actually speak to him still.
Okay, you're full of shit. Guys, listen. I'm sorry that I thought you were going to die, but you can't just show up here and fill my head with nonsense.
Sylra's gonna
Oh god.
Sylra's gonna just laugh by like sending it like through her awakened mind to him.
The fuck is that? All right. Okay. Now, like I said, I'm very sorry. Please don't break my brain.
Would you like us to go now?
Please.
Oh, okay. I mean, you seemed very comfortable with lizard folk and bugs as large as horses and the ground caving in, so I didn't think this would be as much of a surprise.
No, not comfortable with them. That's why I stay here and I don't go further west, and that's why no one should, but apparently you can, and you can turn into a horse and you can talk to people's brains.
Okay,
This is a
well,
very weird day for me.
I totally understand. Before I go, I would just maybe like to suggest that next time you hear people are going out west, maybe just offer them the advice you offered me without all of the disbelief. She's gonna kind of actually just like turn and go.
I guess. I don't know.
Sylra still in his mind would be like, bye-bye now, walking away.
Not creepy at all.
Why can they do it?
Once the horse trots off, Brielle will be like, hit her hand on his like counter and be like, "You have yourself a great day."
Yeah, I'm gonna try. Starts chugging his whiskey. Oh, where are you guys off to?
Good question.
Play some cards with Griggs, I guess.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So you guys head back. Rhowan, just let me know when you're out of horse form.
If there's a way where we can make it so that I can manage to play cards while I'm still a horse, that'd be great.
I feel like without being able to hold them, that's going to be...
I'll hold the cards and you nuzzle the card that you want me to play.
I mean, sure, why not?
Done.
What's a horse's sleight of hand skill?
Having no hands, probably just null.
All right. Well, you make your way back to Griggs's large, fancy tent, and he's already got the table set up. Like the second you guys left, he went in to set things up. There's cards on the table. There's drinks set out. He's got like a little side table with like a small platter of salted meats. As soon as you come through the flap, hey guys, I'm ready to play right now. Let's go. Hey Rhowan, I haven't seen you like that in a little while. Yeah, I know. It's gonna be hard for you to play like that.
Oh, it's okay. I'm gonna hold the cards for him.
Yeah, all right. That works for me. That should give me an edge, actually.
I suppose I'm not as adept at reading a horse.
I know. I was just thinking that. I'm just like facial expressions of the horse.
This is my secret poker strategy.
Except you're playing with Brielle, who wears her emotions on her face. So it's just going to be like smiling if you have a good hand.
Pit bosses hate this one trick.
You have disadvantage with Brielle there.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you guys roll some card dice? I don't know. What skill are you using?
Are we going to be rolling these like openly? Just wondering if I should bother showing it or not.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, actually.
Okay.
I think I'll make a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage for this. If you'll allow that.
A dexterity saving throw.
To manage to communicate at all about the cards with my hooves and horse face.
I'm gonna roll animal handling to see if I can understand what he's trying to tell me.
Something's weird is going on with your overlay, Shanks.
With mine?
Yeah, cute. It's like different in every scene that I go to.
Weird.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll stay on this screen. It's good. I'm gonna use deception, I think.
Yeah.
Kind of try to misdirect people and make them to believe that I have like bad cards when I actually don't.
Sylra's gonna do the same thing. That's what I was just thinking. Deception. We're rolling openly, right?
Yeah, whatever. It doesn't really matter.
There's that net one. Just get it out of the way now.
Get out of the way, yeah. Brielle, are you only playing with Rhowan? Like you're not playing your own hand?
Yeah, I'm not playing myself. I'm just gonna hold it for him.
Okay. Well, you guys start playing.
He can't hold his cards at all, so someone's got to.
Yeah, that's totally
He's
fair.
the brains.
You guys are sort of. It takes a lot longer than a couple hands of cards would normally take. The pot kind of goes back and forth a little bit, but very quickly some trends become evident. For one, Rhowan and Brielle do seem to link up. Like their minds could become completely simpatico.
Yeah.
However, Brielle like telegraphs every play by going, "Oh, you mean this? Oh, play the 7. Yeah, okay."
The one with the sword? Got it.
Griggs is immediately like just too entertained by the fact that he's playing with horse Rhowan, and he can't seem to focus on anything. He's laughing every hand. He's betting more than he should. He's just really enjoying himself. Sylra also having a rough game. Maybe it's the distraction. Maybe it's that you're trying to play against a horse and a gnome who's not really paying attention to you. The only other player who's really trying to play right now is Wren, and she is outmaneuvering you significantly.
Ren takes these games way too seriously.
Yeah, at the end of just like 3 or 4 hands that unfortunately took a long time to play, everyone is down 3 gold, but Wren is up 9 gold.
Oh no, my gold was absorbed into my person when I wild shaved.
It's fine, it goes in Wren's notebook.
Yeah.
You don't want to make a late payment, trust me.
No, I marked it off. I
Along
marked
with
it off.
one ration from that one guy.
God damn, you guys can really play. I usually win, you know.
Well, it's all about the fun, isn't it?
It's fun to play cards with friends. What else do you guys want to do?
What time of day is it?
I mean, at this point, you're into the like mid to late afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah, you got there midday-ish and then played cards for several hours.
I don't know.
All we've ever really done is play cards. What else is there to do around here?
Oh, around here,
Other
I
than
guess
drink,
not
I
much.
don't want to do that today.
No? Oh, well, I'll take that for you then. But we could sing or dance, or we can You ever thrown horseshoes?
Yeah. If it's been a few hours, I'd be back into Rhowan by now.
Fair enough, yeah. Oh, Rhowan! I didn't even notice.
All right.
Throwing horseshoes. Why would someone do that?
Well, you gotta get them close to a thing.
What thing?
Anything.
So like someone's head?
Well, that'd be mean. I mean, you could do it. It would work, but it would be mean.
We don't have this where I'm from, so I'm really confused.
It's basically, I throw a horseshoe at a thing, and then you throw a horseshoe at the same thing. If your horseshoe is closer to the thing than mine, then you win.
Oh. Yeah, that should be easy enough.
Brielle
All
looks
right,
at Sylra just like, you look strong, without saying that. She's just like eyeing you up. I think you'll do great. Beginner's luck and everything, you know.
Yeah. It's not about 5 gold.
Can I watch?
How much gold? Was that 5?
5, yeah.
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right. Why don't you give me a dexterity check?
Are they doing this inside the tent?
Yeah.
Does the tent have other rooms in it, or is it just all big and open?
It's just this big open round space. There's kind of like sections. You can tell he's like moved things into certain places, but they're throwing he throws like the first horseshoe at the center pole that's embedded in the ground. Yeah, so you guys get 2 horseshoes each, and he throws one at the center pole to kind of show you. It's pretty close. You throw one, overlaps, gets a little bit closer, and then he throws the second one, and it literally hooks around it and is right on the center pole. You throw your last one, and it's close, but it's not that close.
Right.
5 gold, please. I'm really good at this.
Here you go. This definitely feels like I'm playing games with my brother again.
Oh, you have a brother? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What's his name?
His name is Xander.
Xander.
He's older.
How much older?
Oh, I don't even know. Maybe like 100 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I didn't think of it as crazy.
I just mean, like, imagine having kids and then 100 years later, you're like, I'm gonna have more.
That's like 5 of my lifetimes.
You only get to live to 20?
No, but like I'm 20 something now, so he's lived 5 times longer than me.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, I was really sad for a second there.
Oh, I hope I don't live to be 23. That'd be bad. I mean, I almost died, but like Rhowan here helped, so
Oh yeah, Rowan's really good at that.
He does do really well at keeping people alive.
Yeah, you stick around, you'll make it at least 85. That's normal that's a good one for humans, right?
Yeah, that seems kind of young.
Mhm.
Well,
Can't
I
help
mean,
it.
I guess. You know, I was still just a little guy when I was 85 years old.
You're still a little guy now.
Oh yeah. Wonder when I'm gonna grow up.
Growing up isn't all that fun.
I hope you don't.
Oh, that'd be weird, right? Can you imagine me like doing business and carrying papers?
Man, you don't really keeping a ledger doesn't really seem like your vibe.
No, I like making things grow.
That's the way to do it.
Wren kind of puts away her ledger.
Nerd.
It's not that it's a bad thing, it just doesn't seem like his vibe.
But you know, paper's gotta come from somewhere.
Mhm.
The shop?
Well, the shop also
Yeah, I
has to get it
guess.
from somewhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. And then they get it from somewhere, and then they get it from somewhere, and then they get it from trees.
Pretty
I don't know
wild.
what they pay the trees, but
No, I'm not sure that they do, Griggs.
oh, I know that. I'm making a joke.
Kind of hard to tell with you.
Yeah, I get that.
This was a dexterity-based game. Is that what was going on
Yes.
there? Well, as they're talking, I think Wren kind of looks at Sylra and then back at Griggs and says, "Let me see if I can make that 5 gold back for you." And she's going to kind of hold out 5 gold to Griggs. What do you say?
Oh, we make it really interesting for 20.
Griggs, where are you getting all this money? You just cleaning the locals out?
I mean,
I
to be
guess that
fair,
makes
I gave
sense.
him a lot last time we played cards.
All right, 20
I think
gold.
that mostly went to your friends.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. I did win
They're
quite a bit
really
last
good
time.
Oh yeah, Silver, you did great because it was your birthday.
Thought about that.
Yeah. Anyone else have a birthday coming up? Mine's in like 17 weeks.
How many years is it?
It's fall.
Mine isn't for a while.
Well, we'll just have to celebrate you guys coming back. And as he says that, he's going to throw the first horseshoe. Okay. The DC is set for you.
What am I rolling? Just
Dexterity.
your dexterity? Okay.
Yep.
You got this.
Hot damn.
24.
Yeah. So he throws it, and it's not bad. It's not his best throw of the night. Probably the extra drinks he's had is starting to wear him down a little bit. But he gets it like right up against the pole. However, when Wren throws hers, it literally kicks his away and then wraps around and circles the pole. Well, hot damn, you cleaned my clock.
She just kind of she sweeps like back her 20 gold, which she kind of laid out on the table beforehand, and then she's like, "It was a good game, though."
Yeah, it's always fun. Here, let me get you yours. Because he's a little light now. He gives you the 5 he got from Sylra, and then he just kind of waddles on over to a chest next to his fold-a-bunk thing, and he pulls out a huge bag of coins, like huge.
Not hurting at all.
Yeah, he counts out 15 gold and brings it back and puts it on the table. Well done.
Thank you. She's going to split that up and offer 10 gold to Sylra. The 5 of yours, and also I didn't get you a present, so happy birthday.
Oh, you
That's
really
really nice.
didn't have to, but thank you. Looks
Doesn't come out of my pocket. It's coming out of Griggs, so.
Oh, I forgot I could have put Griggs' picture up there.
Probably not going to switch back right now until I figure out that.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, you guys have some fun hanging out with Griggs, and eventually he just kind of gets a little tired, goes over and curls up on his bunk.
He doesn't just splat out this time.
No, he's not wasted tonight. It's not a birthday party.
Birthday drinking, right?
Yeah, he doesn't really. It's weird though. He's like as friendly as he is, he doesn't seem to understand how to break away from a social gathering. He just kind of wanders over and goes to sleep without saying anything.
I imagine that's not at all off-putting from the last time we met him. So. All right, well, Wren is just kind of sitting at the table. Was there anything else to drink aside from the alcohol he was offering everyone?
No, not that he has out.
Okay.
There's little glasses around the table and one very big bottle of presumably vodka. It's just a clear alcohol.
All right, so I think then Wren is probably just drinking water at this point, like a little tin cup she's probably poured out some of her water skin into, and is just kind of sitting at the table. It's not too late in the evening?
Nope.
Okay. What is everyone else doing?
Can we maybe get Griggs something to drink that's not alcohol?
Wren looks at Rhowan.
Oh, he'll be all right.
Okay. Are the shops still open?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not. This isn't a town. It's more of a hamlet, right? Like
Yeah.
this is a newly settled farming. The shops
Everything
are
closed
like,
at 5.
that they make stuff that only like the farmers need, right? So yeah, they once it even starts to get a little dark, they all go inside.
Yeah. Rhowan, do you think we could look at the stars tonight?
I was thinking about that. I can show you which ones I paid attention to that allowed me to make you taller.
That'd be cool.
Now let's do that once it gets nice and dark.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
I also want to know the one that makes you a horse, too. I think that's cool.
Okay. That's a little bit more involved, but we can start on that.
Okay. You did say I could do it, so...
I think you can.
I'm willing to practice. I'm willing to put the effort in.
While they're talking about this, Sylra's gonna just sort of slip away find a place that has a little bit of light and take out a scroll from her bag. She's going to attempt to read.
You're going to attempt to read? What you said?
Yeah.
Oh, the scroll.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. Well, as you start digging for it, you can hear the whispers growing in the back of your head. As soon as you look upon the scroll, you can see the double-pupiled eye emblazoned on it. You open the scroll, and immediately, as before, you just feel this flood of information pouring into you. You can make a Constitution check, please, or a Constitution save, I should say. Yeah, the flood of information becomes intense, overwhelming even, and very quickly your conscious mind seems to just sort of fade to the back of your head as the other entity begins to sort of control your will for a time. The rest of you don't really see much of anything, except at first Sylra seems kind of overwhelmed and then suddenly composed and very carefully puts the scroll down and rolls it all the way open.
Where is she doing this?
Sort of like off in the tent somewhere. Not like by herself, but like not in like the middle.
And that was while Brielle and Rhowan went to go see the stars?
While they were talking about seeing the
While they're
stars.
talking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ren is, I think, just looking over at Brielle and Rhowan, like trying to gauge whether or not she should interact with Sylra at the moment. Should we leave her be?
What?
Oh.
Sylra, do you want to be left alone?
Sylra does not respond to that at all.
I think that's maybe we should go look and see what's going on.
Maybe I just wasn't loud enough. Sylra!
No, that's good to be sure.
Very suddenly, Sylra stands up. 2 fingers out, she draws a sigil in the air. And then all at once, the scroll lifts into the air, starts to vibrate, and seems to separate as if by mitosis into 2.
I'm
That's
standing
different.
back from that. I'm not approaching.
It releases Sylra, and she sort of regains consciousness very suddenly as she's sort of falling to her knees or whatever, however she would fall, I guess. As you regain your composure, you look down and you see 2 identical scrolls splayed out in front of you on the ground.
You okay there, Sylra?
Yeah. She sort of
What?
picks up the scrolls and stands up straight. How are there 2?
Well, that was you that did that, and you sort of waved your arms in the air, and then it went. I was hoping you might be able to shed some light on
It was
that.
like this, and Brielle tries to like wave her arms and
Cast fireball back.
Do you- I don't know if this means anything to you, but it kind of looked like that.
Would she have any clue at all?
You want me to roll performance?
You know what? Sure, why not? Let's see.
Because it's a -1.
It feels
Oh,
appropriate.
not bad.
Hey, not bad though. You know what? You pick out one stroke of the sigil that you know is a sort of connection to the Whispering Darkness. You know that whatever thing you did is some sort of spell involving your patron.
You know, it's nothing.
What was
Totally
that you
fine.
were looking at?
This scroll that I found a while ago.
And this has never happened to you before, where you've just... I'm so curious. Is it the same thing? Did you create two things out of one thing?
Well, she's gonna take a look.
Yeah, how thoroughly do you want to investigate this thing? It's a very long scroll with a lot of complicated, intricate details to it.
She's gonna just do it sort of like briefly, like
All right, give me a perception check.
perception.
You look at it and like when you first looked at the scroll, you retained a lot of your own will, and the information is sort of embedded in the back of your mind now. And as you look through the scroll, you don't really take the time to read through the whole thing, but that first section, as you're looking at both of them, you're like fairly certain that's identical.
Yeah, I mean, it feels identical.
Interesting.
Scratches the back of her head. Didn't mean to worry you guys.
Well, hey, that's pretty handy. Do you think you can do that again?
I mean, if I don't know. Probably not, but possibly.
Well, if you can't, I'd love to know how to do that. I don't know. I also sell maps to people, so I'm wandering around a lot, and it takes me an awful long time to copy them out by hand off of the sort of master map that I maintain. With gestures to a scroll case on his belt. It takes a few hours, and if I could just do like that, and then there were two, that'd be pretty great.
Sylra's a Xerox machine.
Well,
But you know the name of her patron.
Dang it.
I mean, that she's just gonna walk away.
All right.
You're not doing anything with the scroll?
She's taking the scrolls with her. She's a little overwhelmed.
You pick up the original scroll and roll it up and put it in your bag, and as you go to reach for the duplicate scroll, the second you touch it, your vision clouds over. You see yourself walking as if in like fast forward. You can see yourself traversing all the way back to Kine, then heading north on the road, and then veering off the road. There is a river nearby, and you're looking for a particular tree. There is a cloaked figure. You're handing them the scroll, and then you're back in the tent.
Oh, well, that was weird.
You all right there? Keep coming in and out here, and that didn't really seem like good.
Maybe. Oh, you go first.
I was just gonna say, maybe you should take it easy tonight, Sylra.
Yeah, I'm thinking I might need to lay off the drinking, and maybe I'll take take the first rest and do the watch later.
You could probably just take the night off.
I could do a watch. I haven't done a watch yet. You guys haven't trusted me yet, but I really could do it tonight.
Yeah, that sounds good. Why don't you take the first one?
I can keep Sylra company while you guys go do your stargazing.
That's also probably a smart idea. You've kind of had a rough couple days there, Sylra, so we should take it easy.
You've fallen a lot. I've never seen that happen to someone so many times in a day.
It is true.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that. Seems like the ground's becoming my best friend.
Well, I mean,
does
I'd
have
like
a
to
lot
think
to
we
say.
are.
What?
Very different reactions to that.
Drink some water if you can.
She'll take out her water skin and take a chug. Yeah. Anywho, don't mind me. I'm okay. You guys go do your stargazing.
Only because Wren's here will I leave you.
Sounds more like a threat than a promise.
Well, I did say I was going to stay with you. And she like gestures to her elbow how she was like latched onto you for a long time. But I trust Wren, so.
Shanks or
Yes.
Jerry, to be clear, that wasn't the scroll that we got for. Okay, that was a completely different scroll that he produced.
Which is the scroll.
That's it. Okay, no, I thought it was that scroll.
Oh no, the other scroll.
Yeah.
The one from
Well,
before.
it was now.
Okay.
You gotta be specific.
The one that Wren's been copying for like 3 days
Yeah,
straight.
I was like, I thought Wren had that other one.
Right?
Well, so did I, but I can't remember everything.
Fair.
Okay, well, I'm glad we cleared that up now, because
Yeah.
that'll change the conversation that's going to happen.
It's beneficial.
Someone sleight of handed them and switched the scrolls.
Oh.
I think what happened was they were sitting there and Wren had taken some stuff out of her bag, and then that's when Sylra just started going off.
Yoink. What do you say, Brielle? Want to go stare at the sky?
Sure.
All right. Well, you guys step outside into the cool autumn night air. It is it's a comfortable but chilly-ish night. Very few clouds in the sky. The stars are kind of on display. Two of the
Perfect.
moons as well. Both of them in about a half phase.
All right, well, the first step is usually to lie down and look up. I think that's the easy part.
Do we have to like be in a field or like the middle of the road or like by
Oh,
tent?
anywhere that's dark will do. I usually go with a field, but I guess the middle of the road would work if it was dark enough.
All that light pollution in medieval fantasy times.
Yeah.
There is like a little bit of lantern light pouring out from the windows of little hovels nearby, kind of thing, but not enough to block out any of the sky. His tent is kind of situated on the town's main road, which is really just a dirt trail and another trail that kind
The
of goes off.
town's only road.
Yeah. But just beyond that, to the south is a grassy area, and just south of that is the river.
Let's go where you think I'll have the best chance.
Well, let's go by the river.
Okay.
Probably the best there.
I'll
Oh,
follow
you're
you.
going down, down, down by the river.
Down by
Yep.
the river.
Yeah.
Brielle's just gonna like plop down.
Perfect. So, I guess the first thing. So you know about the moons, right? I know you said you didn't get outside much first.
Yeah, I've seen the moons.
Okay, well those
I've
aren't
seen the
stars. Those are something else.
Okay. Noted.
Yeah, and I'll give Brielle a sky tour and point out some easy to identify stars. And it's like those 5 stars kind of like in a line just there. That is part of the leg of the giant. And I was channeling some power that those stars bend and reflect towards Earth, or not Earth, whatever this planet's called.
Atherim.
Atherim, that's right. What's Earth? I don't know, man.
That's what the Eladrin call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Fey word
It's
for this planet.
Sylvan for
Yeah.
It means ground.
Yeah.
We have Earth Genasi, you know, it's
Right.
It's a word.
But not Atherim Genasi.
Right. Yeah, we'll just do that for a little while.
yeah.
And
Brielle's
hopefully
like hands behind her head, just staring at the stars. You mind if I ask you a question, Rhowan?
yeah, go for
How old are you?
it. I wrote it down. I don't. David doesn't remember.
I saw that look immediately. A laugh and then, oh wait, where's my sheet?
Oh, somewhere in the neighborhood of 127.
Shit, you're old. I mean, sorry.
I mean, in comparison, yeah.
Yeah.
I got more than 100 years on you.
Do you got much family?
Oh, yeah, I got a big family back at the Grove on continent I came from. Been here for about 15 years. Look, I don't have my backstory open right now.
Brielle will pause this conversation knowing that you seem a little out of sorts.
I don't know, man. I'm somewhat old and I'm from this place.
I do stuff.
No, there's a big grove near Gorman.
And
came from
15
there.
Years, you said you've been.
Yeah, thereabouts.
Don't you miss them?
Not yet. I'm sure I will eventually.
Man,
mean-
it's been like 2 weeks since I've been 2 months since I've been gone, and I miss my family like crazy. I don't know how you do it.
Well, if it puts a little scale on things, my grandfather's 1,200 years old, so we time has a little bit of a different experience for elves.
Do you make friends with a lot of humans?
Oh, as many as I can.
Does it make you sad when we die?
Yeah, it does. It's not easy, but you know, you're generally, I mean, there's so much variation in all the peoples of Aetherum, but I like your perspective. It's different than anything you get from the other elves. Just so many of them are content to sit back and just, wait 100 years for a problem to go away on its own because they've got the time. But I've never met a human content to do that.
I mean, I guess one way to look at it is hopefully I'll know you for my whole life, and that'll be exciting.
It will be exciting.
Do you think you can teach me more star stuff?
Oh, for sure. Especially if you got your whole life. We can definitely learn you something.
Do you think I should be a bear first or a squirrel?
Ooh. Well, I know it's kind of tempting to go for the really cool stuff first. A bear is a lot more difficult than a squirrel.
Got it.
Probably start small and then work your way up.
But weren't you just trying to teach me how to get big?
Well, so, yes. I see the origin of that question. It's a very good question. That's changing yourself into a slightly different version of you rather than to something else entirely. So that's even a little bit easier.
Okay. Rail's gonna like look at the giant's leg and just like think really hard, like I want to be big and see if it works, but nothing's gonna happen. I think it'll take a little time for me to do this.
Oh, I'd be really surprised if you got it your first night, but that's the right thought process. Just think about the giant's leg and think I want to be big. Works for me every time.
Got it. I'll keep working on it.
Inside the tent.
I think like almost as soon as the other two left, Wren maybe like counted to 10 in her head to see if they would come back too quickly. And then she turns over to Sylra. It's almost difficult to read her eyes because they're just like pure pools of white at the moment. But you can see that they're like glistening, and she seems like maybe slightly concerned, but also intrigued. And she says, the thing that you just did, it has to do with the one who gave you magic, do you think?
Yeah. All I really remember is like I was sitting down. There was a scroll that I had before that, you know, I wanted to look at, and then somehow the other scroll was there, and then I saw the double pupils, and then I just lost myself. So it must be.
Like the one on your chest.
Yeah.
And that's a marking that you didn't give to yourself?
No, it's not. It's from them.
Are you at all worried about what they want to do with it, or is the arrangement you have currently to your liking?
It's complex, but I mean, I'm fine with it as long as I'm getting what I want. I guess knowledge and stuff is part of what I want.
She looks over her shoulder. I'm assuming that this copy of yours was created for a reason, and that you cannot part with it.
When I picked it up, I had a vision that I was giving it over to someone in a cloak. So I think there was a reason it was made. But
you owe me nothing at all. But since you've already seen the contents of the scroll, since you've already opened it,
all right.
She kind of, you can see that there's like a darker gray that forms on her cheeks when you say sorry. And she looks at you, kind of tilts her head. Actually, I'm sorry because that kind of worked out in my favor, if I'm being honest.
Oh?
I also have need of a copy of this scroll, and I've been struggling for the past 2 days to jot down all the information by myself.
Well, I see no reason why we can't work together.
Given your position, I also don't see any reason why we couldn't if you're willing to lend a hand.
My hands are all yours.
I would ask the others, but my concern there is implicating them in the situation that I'm involved in. I would feel terrible if something happened to Rhowan with all of the people that he helps around Kine, and Brielle is so new and fresh-faced to all this.
And she's very innocent. I could not see her being well-versed in deception.
Yes, and if Drindle was to ask about if anyone had seen it, I don't see why Brielle would hold back in saying that she had.
Yeah.
As-
That is a concern.
As they're talking, she's kind of starting to lay out all of her parchment and what she has so far and how far she got into the scroll at this point. And she gives you something to write with if you don't have something. And she says, it doesn't have to look exactly the same, it just has to contain the information. That's all that I care about. It doesn't have to be a replica.
Okay. Well, let's get to work then.
All
All right, why don't you guys make a roll? You can roll one person with advantage, or you can both work on it separately.
But are we rolling for this?
Yeah.
I mean, for you, it'd be probably you have like a forgery kit or something, right? Yeah, so you could roll with your proficiency in that with dexterity, or if you have an argument for anything else you want to use.
I'd say probably the advantage for that. I don't know how much I would be help.
I'm trying to remember where does it say what I'm proficient with when
It
it's just
should
like
be on
a
your
tool.
first page, or not your second page. Skills, no, abilities.
Okay, that's these tools. Okay.
Yep, proficiency in disguise kit and forgery kit and thieves tools.
Yeah, I just wanted to see because I had expertise and I applied it to a tool, and I wasn't sure if I did it for the thieves kit or the forgery. So, what would that be? Dex plus proficiency then?
Yep.
Can I just roll acrobatics and say
Yeah,
that?
yeah, that's fine. If it's the same modifier, it doesn't matter to me. With Sylra there, you find that this process goes so much faster and so much easier. Over the course of the next hour and a half, you manage to make a near perfect copy of this, every bit of information included.
I think Wren has throughout kind of been asking for Sylra to like double check some things because she doesn't understand this, and she knows that Sylra somehow absorbed some of the information along the way. So she's like double checking, like, I don't know what that is that the right word, sort of thing. And once they're done and she realizes that they're done, her hands are like trembling. You've never seen her anything other than calm. And she's just like, we finished it.
So why are you trembling?
It's just that this there was a lot writing on this for me. I need to do a good job for Drindle, but I also needed this for my own sake.
Are you in some sort of trouble? Is that why you needed to get this?
Not trouble. I don't have a lot of freedoms in my life. And working with Drindle has been getting me closer to having my own life, but there are certain portions of it that I would rather not have wrapped up in all of this political sort of thing, and one day maybe be free of it entirely. And so let's call what I'm doing right now an investment in my freedom for the future.
I 100% understand. And that is why I have this pact. Freedom is very important.
I didn't realize we were so much alike, Sylra. I'm a little bit embarrassed for how I shunned you that night at Rhowan's. When two people show up in a shack full of blood at night, it's the
Well, you
character
get first
behind that.
impressions.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, we should have known if we both befriended Rowan. We're both not bad people.
He's very insightful. I think he knows how to weed out the bad ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, thank you. And just so that we don't have to see how good they are at fibbing to Mr. Drindle, perhaps we keep this between us. And she's like putting all of her stuff meticulously away now.
Of course. And I was even thinking that maybe we both get the same story together, that it was already open.
That is what I was thinking. By the time it got into my hands, it's not a lie to say that it was already open. They don't have to know that it was first in yours.
Yes. So in a way, it is the truth.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
We cut back to outside the tent. Brielle and Rhowan are still enjoying the ballet of the night sky. In fact, at one point, a shooting star streaks across from horizon to horizon.
Those are good. You want to keep an eye out for those.
It's so cool.
They don't do anything. They're just really cool.
They don't do anything. Rhowan, you hear what first sounds like far-off thunder, but given that you're looking up at a cloudless sky, you realize very quickly that that cannot be the case. Like a deep rumble. And as you listen to it, it increases, and very suddenly you hear the sound of something heavy colliding with one of the nearby homes.
Oh
followed
man,
by screams.
we got to get back there.
Brielle's just like up already.
Everybody roll initiative, please.
Yeah. Okay.
I was distracted by space.
I swear the alert feat is like bad luck in fantasy grounds. Never roll above a 10 with it.
Learn your lesson then. Let's make this go down. Let's share a map. Can you guys see what I see?
I only see the letter C, if that helps.
I
Oh, yeah, there it
see some. I see where we're placed, but then now I see it.
There it goes.
Alrighty.
See what I see.
Yeah. So the sound came from the east of where you are. You don't have line of sight. But we're going to start out right away with Brielle.
She would have got up right away, like patting at Rhowan, like we have to go. And then she's just gonna kind of run to the center of the pathway, I guess, to see if she can notice anything.
Yeah, absolutely. You round the corner and immediately you see a Duergar standing in front of the door to one of the homes that has been completely reduced to splinters. The
Is
wooden
he
kind, not the
large?
rat kind.
Or
He is not
regular?
currently large. He is a regular sized Duergar, and he seems to be standing like stationary with his pick in hand.
She's gonna scream out, "We have trouble!" And she's gonna dash to try and run up, and
Yeah, absolutely.
we'll go here, not too close.
That's 45. You've already run 30.
Sorry.
You know, you run out there and then realize I can't run this far.
Yeah.
And you turn around,
What?
and
Turn around and go back.
Yeah, he does take notice of you as you come running up. Obviously, a fairly large woman in chainmail just comes charging forward, and he turns and he kind of readies his pick. Oh,
I'm just gonna-
one-handed pick, I guess.
Yeah, I'll stay there. Try and block the path again like before.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that brings us to his turn, actually.
Love that.
He shouts out something. You got me. He shouts out something in Undercommon and meets your charge, comes running after you. Oh, actually, hold on. 25 feet. But what the heck, why not? While he's running, you see him suddenly...
Of course. PTSD.
Here you go. Yeah, he just starts running towards you, and as he does, he gets bigger with each step. And by the time he's about 5 feet away, he just hurls this large steel javelin at you. Here we go. That is going to hit too. So, yeah, he just chucks it downward towards Brielle, and it goes right across her thigh, tearing her open. And as he's doing that, you can see behind him whoever he was calling out to round the corner and come running towards you as well. Sylra.
Okay, so Sylra is going to leave the tent and
Yes,
move there.
absolutely. She comes running out, and again, she sees this large Duergar slamming his javelin down into Brielle.
Let's see, can I do anything? Okay, she is going to use Eldritch Blast right away. She's not liking that they're here. So she's targeting that number 1.
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, because of his large size, Brielle is not providing him with any cover. Words are hard.
Yeah.
But he still manages to raise his shield up in time to block the Eldritch Blast. Is there anything else Silver can do?
No, that is it.
All right. Wren.
Okay. I'm gonna bonus action dash over there.
Yeah.
I feel like I should have. Wait, right there. I thought I would still be able to see them. Sorry about that. And yeah, she'll take a strike at this one with one of her psychic blades. She does a quick look around as well, just to see that they're all here. Because she knows they left
You mean
for a
your
bit.
party?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see them all here.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, so Wren comes bolting out of the tent, charges up towards the side of the house, places her back against it, and chucks her blade across.
For not very much damage.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, it's just a glancing blow as the shield's already up. You're only able to catch the edge of his shoulder.
Okay. Is there still screaming at the moment? Or was
Yes.
it okay, where's the screaming coming from? Could I tell?
To the south of where Duergar 2 is standing.
That's not ideal, but... Alright, I'm just gonna stay there for a bit then.
Taking cover behind the house. Oh,
Yep.
you're there. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's see. All three of them are okay. Yeah, the screaming is still happening, and as it does, it kind of becomes clear that it's multiple voices. And then very suddenly, two of the voices, which seem to be from younger people, get closer. Oh, they shouldn't be on that. Oh, what? There we go. Sorry, just fixing the combat tracker real quick. And then you hear from further away a masculine voice call out, "Oh, what the hell?" Oh boy. That thumping you heard earlier, Rhowan.
Yeah,
You hear some more of it.
don't like that.
How far is that? Yeah, you hear thump, 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 smash as something large and wooden likely gets obliterated. You hear the sound of pottery smashing against a floor. And as that's happening, the doorway to the south of that other Duergar darkens for a moment as a somewhat leaner looking Duergar with a shaved head and a black cloak slung over a shoulder comes out of the house. They take one look at Brielle, and Sylra, you hear the words in Undercommon, "Kill them." Followed immediately by everyone's favorite thing to happen, it growing larger, taking a couple steps forward, and hurling a javelin at Brielle.
Oh,
That's all I do anymore.
My favorite thing. Also, I took my shield off because she wouldn't have had it to stargaze. So my AC is too
Okay.
lower. I'm just being honest. It wouldn't make
That's fair.
sense. But that misses.
That does miss. Yeah, all the same. And as it steps forward and chucks a javelin at you, you're able to get your axe up and deflect it away. She seems put off by that. You see a fury burning in her eyes. Rhowan, finally to you, the one who noticed this all first.
I gotta pack my things real quick.
Brielle's got at least 12 hits on her.
Yeah. I, hearing this din, I'm gonna run out over this way so I can maybe actually see what's going on.
Absolutely, yeah. You run out and immediately you see two large Duergar, one who looks a little bit more regal than the others. It drinks from his water bottle. And then, yeah, and you see Brielle, as usual, taking a flurry of javelins.
Great. Well, they're not bunched up enough, Shanks. Please get them closer together.
Right?
Excuse you, but that's Brielle's job, not mine.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And that one is 60 feet. Interesting. Yeah, I'll just do what I do best. Throw some vines at it and see if I can save Brielle the trouble of having to take a step.
Yeah, absolutely.
There it is. Don't hate that.
That is definitely a hit. Rhowan
Nice.
lashes out with his thorn whip, and yeah, you wrap it right around the torso, and the thorns get in underneath the armor, piercing it in places as it gets dragged a few feet forward until it's face to face with Brielle, though she has to look up a little bit to look it in the eye.
But I think you know what to do from here.
Is that your turn, Rhowan?
Yeah.
All right, back to Brielle, who knows what to do.
Gonna hit it.
Yeah.
Or try to.
Yeah, your axe comes down and just pierces right through his armor.
Alright. That's the first roll.
Nice.
That's the second roll. I'll take the 12.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me drag that on there. You bury your axe deep in his chest, and even with this like monstrous, unfeeling, corrupted dwarf looking down at you angrily, you can see a flash of brief mortal fear as he pulls away from it, and you can see blood pumping out of him. Is that
Say
your
anyone ever
turn?
told you you're fucking ugly?
Oh shit.
I'm real sick of you guys being so close in my face. That's my turn.
All right. Well, he seems pretty nettled with you as well, and he raises his war pick and brings it down on Brielle. You almost go to instinctively raise your shield and realize you don't have it as it gashes you right in the shoulder, dealing 10 piercing damage. He seems to add a little bit of insult to injury. As it gets in, he pulls down just a little bit, as if trying to make you bow to him, and then pulls it out. I gotta remember not to read chat while I'm in combat. Let's see. Yeah. Now also growing as he runs, the furthest back Duergar makes his way to support his ally and chucks his last javelin at Brielle. However, with another Duergar in between the two of you, it's very quick thinking that you just kind of step aside and it streaks off, nearly hitting Wren. But fortunately, it does not. Sylra.
Okay, so she is going to move up the 30 feet and see. 5. Okay. She's going to cast Fairy Fire on the 3 of them. I believe that's. Does that hit all of them? I don't know.
Yeah, it does. I've got a 20-foot cube over here.
Okay. Thank you for doing that because I couldn't figure out how to.
Well, I was going to do that, so you saved my next turn for something else.
Oh, is it light or dark out? I think
Dang.
It is. It's like dim light. There's
Okay.
flashes of bright light coming through some of the windows, but
Okay. It's not that light though.
They got all kinds of decks.
Only one of them failed.
yeah, only one failure. You can go ahead and just do the effect, and it'll apply to just the one. Well, still better than none. Anything else Sylra can do?
He can't even move, so that's about it.
All right, Wren, and just so you know, you seem to be targeting yourself.
Oh. Why did the lighting change? Did you do that?
I did not.
Okay. I saw everything for a second.
You probably clicked on someone.
Okay.
Click. I don't know.
Still screaming going on in the houses?
Yeah, there is. It sounds like a woman screaming hysterically, especially at the sound of the smashing and clattering.
Those 5 feet. Do I want to put myself in danger? Here's the thing.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, I'm just gonna check my blades and then we'll see.
Yeah, you chuck your first blade, and with it being focused in on Brielle, who's nearly killed it, doesn't even see it coming.
Sneak attack.
Yeah, it gets him right in the face, and immediately you see him just falling backwards slowly and receding in size.
I'm gonna move up behind Brielle and kind of be looking to see if there's any windows along this house that I'm walking along. I'm gonna be looking through the windows to see if anyone's in danger inside.
You don't see anyone inside this house. However, as you look in through the window, you can actually see out through a side window, and you see a frightened child running behind the house.
Okay, bonus action. I'm gonna dash and go this way.
Oh, you got caught for some
I
reason.
got caught on the house. That was.
Yeah, you round the corner now, and like as you're doing so, you can see in the window to the house next to it is a woman frantically clamoring for the window, and 2 children running away from the house.
All right, I'm gonna stay right there then, I guess. My back to the children and the woman, and that'll be the end of my turn.
Absolutely. Yeah, you immediately see this woman kind of climb out of the window in a panic and just starts running, catching up to the children as they run behind the house.
Hope they're safe that way.
followed immediately by 4 heavy thuds on the ground. And the same window the woman just crawled out of just explodes. Rubble and wood and plaster going in every direction. You see some horrific Duergar, seemingly almost looks undead. He looks emaciated and veiny and bloodied. He is sitting in this mechanical contraption that has like large clockwork limbs, one wielding a massive hammer and the other a bladed claw. And with every step and every move he makes, he seems to be grunting and drooling with pain.
How quickly does this happen? Like, would I have arrived like at the same time as I'm seeing this, or would it have happened like okay?
Like it's
then I
like
think
it's all kind of like.
I think she kind of like slid and then stopped, and she was going to turn her back, but then she saw this thing climbing out the window. She's gonna not turn her back to it. I'm also just picturing like Doc Ock, but zombie.
No, it's more like he's inside of it. You can see him through like openings, but he's like kind of sat inside this mechanism that seems to be causing him quite a deal of suffering.
So like Wild Wild West.
Like Wild West? Is that what you said?
Yeah, isn't there like that contraption in Wild Wild West?
There's a few.
You get disadvantage on your next attack.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, and as that's happening, Sylra, once again, you hear this Duergar woman with the shaved head call out, "I said kill them!" And she moves to here, seeing that Wren is now between her and the other one, and just kind of snickers in Wren's direction before moving in to close the gap with Brielle.
Sorry, I'm not worth your time.
Brielle. She runs up to you and draws a sword that almost looks like a chef's knife, though rather large.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. She slashes for you, and you just collide with her with the axe at the same time, and it just, you see a huge chip form on the blade, and you immediately recognize this is the fault in the metalcraft. However, the that brief moment of satisfaction with that outcome, you see just this raw fury in her eyes, and she gives out another command in Dwarven, which I believe none of you speak.
Sorry, what?
Dwarven?
No.
No.
Nope.
Cool. Rhowan.
Yeah, explosions, not usually a good thing. Let's see. How badly is Brielle bleeding?
Not bad. She like got a war pick to the shoulder, but
Yeah, she's got
She'll
some
be fine.
extremity wounds, but she's especially from your angle, you're not seeing too much of it.
Okay, I'll close some distance, see if I can see where that noise came from. See the robot. Holy shit. And let's see. Yeah. I'll glance around, take a second, decide what's and level my staff at the stone guard and cast Guiding Bolt.
Yeah, absolutely. They barely seem to even register Rowan's approach as they focus in on. Why did that roll 3?
I don't know. Oh, because that had advantage.
Fairy fire?
Yeah, from the fairy fire.
I mean, disadvantage. Yeah. Oh,
Hmm?
yeah.
But why did it?
Never mind.
But why
Do you
did
want me
it
to
just roll 3?
I don't know. Do you want me to do it again?
I'm very confused. You rolled first and got a nat 20, it looks like, and then rolled
Let's use that one.
again with advantage. Oh, I don't remember how to do the force a crit.
Oh, there's
I think
it's in the modifiers button. I can there's a modifiers window. I can click critical damage.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, go for it.
There it is.
So yeah, as I said, she doesn't
Right.
seem to even notice Rowan's approach. She's
That's her
focused in on
first
Brielle
mistake.
and her
That is so
broken
many
sword.
dice.
And
That's so
very
many dice.
suddenly, all at once, this
Yeah.
beam
Wow.
of radiant light
Whoa.
collides with the side of her head and takes it clean off. You just see this Duergar's body take flight momentarily before colliding with the ground. Her everything spewing out the top.
This doesn't usually do that.
The Duergar that is in front of Brielle and Rhowan at that moment literally kind of stammers and gasps. You see him falter for a moment. Actually, I'm gonna make a saving.
Yeah, I
throw,
think
'cause-
that Rhowan would look a little bit confused because it doesn't usually do that.
It's all the stargazing earlier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really freshly charged.
But can
Yeah,
we
no
just
kidding.
appreciate the number of sixes
It's
in
so
that?
I know,
right?
many.
Yeah, so well, I mean, the first 4 because we do brutal criticals,
But the other
Fair.
4.
Yeah, we didn't go below a 4.
but then a 4/6, a 4/6, like that's crazy. Yeah, well done. Anything else you're gonna kill this turn?
He's just going to stand there a little bit befuddled by what just happened.
Brielle, your companion Rhowan just blew this woman's head off.
I don't know whose blood is who now.
I think all of hers was vaporized.
True. I also lied. I do speak Dwarvish. I thought I spoke Giant, but I speak Dwarvish. So whatever she said, I would have heard it before her head exploded.
She called down to the south, to the one in the machine, and basically said, "Go through her and get to this one."
Got it. Hearing that, then I'm going to run. I can. He's not big though, right?
He's not big, no. He's just
Okay.
surrounded by metal.
Well, he's gonna have to go through me now, and I'm going to attack. So, does that hit?
That is just a hit. Yeah, you swing in with your axe and it kind of gets into one of the joints of the mechanism. You cut it steel with steel, yeah, you can see that immediately the thing starts whirring and coming apart a little bit, though very quickly he raises his arm and seems to have functionality.
I'm gonna say in Dwarvish to him, get through me first to get to her. And I'm gonna roll action surge.
Oh, shit. However, that one is a miss. So as you do that, you raise your axe again, and its clawed hand comes up and grabs and pushes away. And instead of using words, he just kind of like hisses and spews from the mouth and drools, and he seems angry and he seems to be in a lot of pain. Is that your
That's my
turn?
turn.
Yeah, this one kind of looks very confused, very unsure of himself, but as he turns towards Rhowan, he steels himself and charges forward, yelling in Undercommon, "You killed her!" Swings at Rhowan with his war pick, and what does Rhowan have? A shield or?
Yeah, I do have a shield.
Yeah, you get your wooden shield up there, and it goes and just clocks off the staff, sort of the shaft of his war pick, and it just deflects off and bounces off the plaster wall to your north, and he's again starting to look a little bit confused and infuriated. Back to Sylra.
Okay, so she is going to come up here, and while she casts Shillelagh, she's going to attack him with her quarterstaff.
Absolutely. Yeah, you run forward, casting a spell over your staff, weaving your magic into it. You strike out with it against the Duergar, landing a clean blow to his neck. You hear a vertebrae pop, but he kind of stops himself from falling and rests himself on the wall for a moment, and then just turns and kind of looks like a cornered animal. And that's going to be your turn?
Yep.
Back to Wren.
How easy does it look to get through this window to my right here? I saw that other people are going through windows, so I'm wondering if I could go through the northern one.
The window next to you is closed. You can open it with an action, or I guess with your bonus action, because you have what do you call it? Cunning something. You're a rogue. You can open it with a bonus action.
Well, I'm not gonna go running up that close, but I don't want to leave Brielle there by herself either. So I'm gonna go here.
Gonna hide behind your meat shield and
Yeah, well, it would be stupid if she's like, you have to get through me, and then I come running right in front of
I mean,
her,
you can do it. I said it in Dwarvish. You don't know what I said.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna go like 5 more feet right there. I'm kind of worried about the people, commoners.
For what it's worth, you haven't seen anyone else in there. Oh shit.
Let's go.
Yeah, you run around the side of Brielle and wind up with your psychic blade. You find an opening right between where his eyes fit through. Your blade goes straight in, and immediately all that rage and suffering and pain seem to just melt away as the whole mechanical contraption just bit by bit falls to the ground.
I think just for a brief moment, Wren had seen the smiling face of Lottie in her mind for just a second, and then just let it go at the exact right time as she kind of then turns and looks at Brielle. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Are you?
Yeah, let's go help the others.
Okay.
I think I used up all my movement there, so.
All right. Rhowan and Sylra, you can see out of the corner of your eye this mother and 2 children running towards Griggs' tent.
It's a good place to go.
You also see on the opposite end the blacksmith approaching cautiously with his hammer in hand, kind of unsure of what to do.
Bless his heart.
I was just gonna say that.
Rhowan, as you face off with this Duergar now cornered and alone, you can see he goes in Undercommon. No, wait.
I don't speak Undercommon. Is he like taking a?
His shield's on the back of his arm, and he's holding his pick, but he's holding it sideways, and he's got his arms up defensively.
Okay. Well, if he's not being aggressive anymore, we'll just level my staff at him and just like, I don't know what you're saying, but you better have a really good explanation for what's going on here.
All right, holding an action or anything like.
Yeah, sure. I'll hold the shillelagh at him.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Brielle, you see to the north there, Rhowan holding his staff out to the Duergar's face as he's kind of holding up his hands in defense.
I'll just run 30 feet. And kind of as I come around the corner, I'll see the blacksmith too. And I'll just like hold out a hand for him to kind of like stay where he is.
Yeah, he immediately freezes.
Yeah. And then I will hold an action if the Duergar comes after me because they love me.
You're so popular.
I'm so popular with them.
You really are.
That's my turn.
He glances at Brielle and then throws his stuff on the floor. You understand me, Drow?
She'll nod yes.
Then show mercy.
Yes, a trait the Drow are known for.
What makes you think I will?
Perhaps I convinced the Black Queen to end your pursuit.
My pursuit?
You freed our slaves. You must be punished.
She's not going to say or answer back to him. She's going to wait to see what he does.
If you don't say anything at all in response, he's going to take a chance and run.
He can try.
Yeah, is anyone taking an opportunity attack?
Yeah, I'm gonna trip him. I don't know
Sylra's
anything that they talk about.
Sylra's going to just whack him with her quarterstaff if she can.
Okay. Are you aiming to kill or knock unconscious?
Kill.
Okay. Yeah, make an attack.
I'm aiming to trip, so I'll do that at the same time.
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah, absolutely. If he survives, he'll trip.
I mean, if he's prone, doesn't she get
Yeah.
advantage?
But she
It's
doesn't
happening
need
at
it.
the same
Doesn't
time.
need it.
Yeah, you crack him across the head, and he looks very dazed. And then immediately, yeah, that's gonna be more than enough. Rhowan gets his staff up under his leg, and he just falls face first into the ground, and he just starts cursing you in the ugliest language you've ever seen. But he's still alive and now very bloodied.
Not for long.
Yeah, absolutely. You can take your turn.
Sylra's going to be yelling at this at the same time, though. I don't believe you.
But wasn't that an attack of opportunity, though?
It was, yes. But if they're just kind of standing there and talking to him,
Okay.
he was on his turn, so now it's to Wren.
Okay. Don't want to allow I don't want to take the killing blow from Sylra if she intends to do that. Does that? It won't account for him being prone. I have to do that on my own, right?
No, it'll. Oh, yeah, because I didn't add the effect of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, give yourself advantage. Hey, Realm Gamers, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, guys.
Welcome in.
Yeah, totally. Wren walks up and her psychic dagger comes out, and you have absolutely no problem sticking it right in the back of his head. He immediately just goes still and then relaxes, and he is no more.
Oh, sorry, was I not targeting him?
You were not. That's okay.
Yeah, Wren comes up and she's like, what are you all saying? And just like jabs him right through the throat.
Yeah, he there's like this jolt and then just goes still. You hear two kids kind of as that happens, but then they seem to be okay. Their mother's kind of wrapping them in her arms, and the blacksmith very slowly starts making his way forward once more. Are you guys all right?
Oh, we're fine.
I think so.
We can also come out of battle music.
Are you guys all right?
Yes.
Yeah, is there anybody hurt?
I don't know yet.
Let's look for wounded, and then we can talk afterwards.
I saw some people running that way behind that house over there. I don't know where they went off to.
You can actually, if you look down towards, actually you probably can't. I think, no, they're in dim light. You should be able to see them at least.
Oh, they're still there. Okay.
Yeah, you can see they were running towards Griggs' tent. They've stopped
Then
now because
she's-
everything seems to...
Oh, never mind. There they are.
Okay, all right. Well, that's who I was worried about. Geraldine, you okay? And she just kind of waves and nods, and Griggs comes stumbling out of his tent. Hey guys, what's going on?
Oh
What
man,
happened
you missed it.
Oh man. Oh, that's some nasty stuff going on. Who are these guys?
I just started
Assholes.
coming and tearing up the place.
Oh, man, they sound mean.
Yeah, they're not great.
I unfortunately can't understand all the things they were yelling at us, so I don't know.
Well, that's too bad. Hey, Geraldine, come inside. Let's get you something warm to drink. He just leads them into the tent.
Hopefully it's not vodka.
It's
That's all
not.
we had.
It's warm vodka.
Nothing calms your children down like a nice warm mug of vodka.
Sylra is going to motion for them to sort of walk away from everything just to chat.
Well, hang on. Are we going to leave these corpses here in the middle of the road?
For a moment.
All right.
We'll get them afterwards.
Is there anything I can do to help here?
No.
Maybe you should just check the other houses and ensure that all your people are in order.
That's a very good idea. Thank you. He goes about that business.
So once they move just a little bit away, she'll just turn to them and be like, apparently their queen has targeted us because we released some of their slaves. He was saying that he could free us from this being tracked or whatnot, but they are known for not being truthful.
I'm
At
also
least my experience.
not about to let someone go if they think that they have control over random people's lives.
Mhm,
Anyone that they capture after this would be on our hands.
mhm.
It's interesting. I mean, we've dispatched 4 of them or 8 of them now? Is that? And we freed, what, 3 slaves?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't really...
I don't think they very much care for proper treatment of their own kind, given whatever that thing was. She
No, it
points to
doesn't seem like it.
the robot thing.
I don't like that.
It may be because we're the ones who found the scroll. I'm not sure. But that's the only thing that really makes sense to me.
They even
Slaves,
know about
they
it.
can, yeah.
We also killed its pet. The brain eater thing.
That's true. Well, I feel like they might be following us after this. So we might have to be careful. They might come back to wherever we came from. Can't remember the name. Where Drindle is, that place.
Kine, the city of Kine.
Kine. Okay. Yeah.
Kine is very well protected, though.
Yes.
My concern is if they continue to come through this way after finding that some of their men have been stopped here. So we might want to be very thorough in getting rid of the bodies.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know much about Griggs and how much he can handle, but I wouldn't want to put that on him to be protecting everybody here.
He's pretty capable, but if he knows that there's something to deal with, shall we say, that way.
Yeah, he did sleep through a lot of that. It's very loud.
Being a druid, Rhowan, I think it's you'd be able to tell, and he's probably even mentioned in small talk in the time you've been here. Griggs is more or less expending all his magical energy each day to try to, set these people up to survive here.
Yeah. He mentioned something about that last time through.
Well, let's get these bodies out of the way and maybe we should get some rest. Those watches will come in handy tonight, it seems.
Let's, that mean one that was yelling, that doesn't have the head anymore. I don't know. She seemed like she might be their leader. I wonder, we should check and see if she's got any orders on her or anything like that.
That's a good point. And also, I've never seen something like that. And
No, that
she's
was wild.
Point at the robot thing. Maybe there's something not worth looking at there.
Hey, give me the heebie-jeebies.
We're gonna loot the bodies.
All right. Well, why don't we take a little break here? We're actually a little bit over time for our break. So we'll take a short rest here, and then we'll come back to you guys looting the bodies, disposing of corpses, and maybe getting some rest. We'll see how. Hello, everyone. We are back. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight, and we're gonna continue on with our game. So. Some of you set to looting the Duergar bodies after the fight, so do you want to give me an investigation check, please?
Should that be in the tower?
Yeah. Maybe they have hidden stuff that you don't know about. So Wren, as you start searching, you find that these guys are pretty like Spartan military about what they have on them. Nothing really of note other than their weapons and armor, though the Stone Guard, the woman who is seemingly their leader, does have a gold and silver emblem that is clipped to her cloak. it seems to be denoting her rank and has her name in Undercommon carved into it. She also carries on her belt a pouch with 4 black onyx, each worth about 20 gold.
Can I just give each one?
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone add 1 to your inventory there.
What were they worth?
20 gold each.
Happy non-birthday.
At least it's not your unbirthday.
Nothing on the mechanical robot guy? Or nothing even like that I notice about it that stands out?
He is completely unclothed in there. And as you look into the mechanisms, his flesh almost seems to be merging with the machine in places. No part of his body seems unwounded. It seems like covered in bruises and strained beyond belief. There does seem to be something of an arcane nature at the back of the device, but nothing that you would understand.
Wren's not very strong, but she's going to try to help with moving these bodies.
Oh yeah. I waited for you to loot them, and then I'm just chucking them. Or dragging them, I guess. I can't just lob them.
Like, now that they're back in their normal form, they are armored and stuff, so they've got some weight to them, but they're not super heavy. They're actually, despite being very much like dwarves in so many ways, they're actually much leaner than dwarves tend to be. They have powerful muscles, but they're more compact and more of an efficient build than dwarves have. But yeah, you're able to put them wherever it is you're putting them, which I don't know where that is, but...
I'll probably ask if I see, like... I'll ask either Wren or the blacksmith, because he kind of seems to be looking out after people. If there's a certain part he would prefer us to put them.
We should probably set a pyre and just get rid of them completely if they come looking. We can't really do that with gestures towards the machine thing. But
well, and they could like melt down any metal.
Oh,
or
yeah.
I was gonna say we could break it down.
yeah, I could break it down.
And then it just looks like, stuff that they need to make still, not from something.
If you're looking to break that thing down, I can start up the forge and...
Just be careful, because there's some sort of something arcane that I don't really understand at the back of this machine.
Oh,
I can.
is it dangerous?
I can take a look at it. Do you...
A bit better you than me.
Not the best at it, but I at least have a positive number.
All right. Well, let's get your arcane check.
Guidance? Can I?
Yep, absolutely.
Yes.
Got to use it.
Arcana, and I will. What do I? Did that just apply it to me, or?
I don't believe it did. You got to target him, and then you got to do the effect button.
And let's see if I can do it. No, it just does it to self.
Alright, I'll just also roll a d4.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, just do that. And let me get all these guidances off of her.
All right.
She's so guided.
13.
Yeah, you start looking at the back of this device, and you do see that there is clearly some runes that you don't really comprehend here. They're carved into a slab of unusual stone. It's almost a little off-putting to the touch. There's something weird about this stone. Though despite your lack of knowledge in this area, as you're kind of like playing with the uneasy feeling you get when you touch it, you find that pressing it a certain way actually causes it to dislodge, and you're able to remove it completely.
Well, I don't know what it does, but it's not in there anymore. I don't like holding this.
Thank you. I hope you take that far away, whatever it is.
Yeah, gonna do that.
Oh, this thing is... What is going on in here? He says as he's like looking.
I don't know.
It.
It's that's kind of messed up. Yeah, don't think too much about it. Probably.
I'll remove some of the bulkier pieces, and then maybe we can bury it.
Yeah,
I'll help.
I'll dig a hole. Where should I do that?
Oh, I mean, we usually bury the dead not too far from the fields because, Griggs told us fertilizer.
Yeah.
But these things, I don't know if I want them near our crops. What if we just went down the road a bit, just somewhere out of town? I think everyone would feel much more comfortable.
That'll work.
Yeah.
Okay. Brielle, why don't you roll a check, whatever we've been doing for your smith's tools.
Strength check.
Actually going to say with advantage because the smith is working with you. Yeah.
Not better.
Better, but not as good as we were all hoping.
Well, it didn't add the +4 to that second one.
Oh yeah, that wasn't a strength.
Oh,
13.
That looked like I just did D20. So yeah, I don't know. But with 13, absolutely. It's still not as fast as you would want it to be, but you're worn out. It's been a long day, and you're wounded. But between the two of you, you slowly work these pieces off. You get the arms and legs off of it, and there's a sort of a bulky outer frame that you're able to remove, and you end up with basically just a guy half fused with some sort of mechanical seat, like a cockpit.
Oh my God, what is that? Because Brielle's never seen a naked man before, so she's like, "Oh my God!"
It's the Duergar.
No,
What is...
no. Can you please get rid of him?
Oh, sweet child. Oh, did your parents not teach you about anatomy?
I'm an only child.
That
No.
doesn't answer my question.
No, just no. She's
Okay,
just
all right.
closing her eyes and trying to like.
He rotates him on the table.
I think Wren and Sylra are just watching.
We have this book that we teach the children.
It's a pop-up book.
If you want to give it a gander before you leave, people should know how things work.
Okay.
All right.
Is it gonna have bad pictures in it like this? And I just point to like the half-dead, decaying body.
No, just scientific drawings of things.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Like I said, people should know how, things work. The body has a lot of tubes in it. That's what surprised me about it anyway.
I feel like this is going to be a gross read, and you shouldn't teach this to children. But I'll read it.
Well, we found that when we don't teach the children about these things, then they end up with children far younger than they should, and
I don't want that.
Yeah, it becomes a problem, and so our culture has always shared information openly in a respectable and educational way.
This is really awkward. Can we like break this thing apart?
I mean, which thing we're doing is more awkward, honestly. But yes, we can get back to work.
Okay. But thank
Yeah,
you.
you guys, you
Pop
guys.
up an anatomy book. Add that to my inventory.
I didn't think Brielle was getting an anatomy lesson today, but here we are. Yeah, you guys get back to work, and another hour or so goes by, and you're able to drag it out of here and to the grave that Rhowan prepared for him. And yeah, I mean, your work is mostly completed here, though it is very late in the night now.
Not that it matters too much mechanically, but I would like to dig a very deep hole, and I'm going to use my other wild shape to do a giant badger, which has a burrow speed. So I'm just
Absolutely. How deep are you going?
pretty deep. I don't know, probably. I got burrow speed of 10 feet, so I'll dig like, I don't know, maybe 20 or 30 feet down, just really get these gone.
Yeah, you're getting deep in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 30 feet, absolutely. Not a problem for a giant badger. Filling it in might be complicated, but...
Just do it backwards.
He's in the hole now.
Oh my god.
Rowan's out here giving his own anatomy lesson. Go deep and then do it backwards.
That's how you fill it
If
up.
there's anybody to ask about that, it'd be the druid doctor.
I will come to you with all my questions.
Oh, God.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
You opened yourself up to it.
I knew what I was doing.
Yeah, you're able to do that, and by the time everything is resolved, it's well past midnight. What would you guys like to do?
Go to sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's taking first watch?
I'm doing the first watch.
Okay then. Roll perception check, please. The 2 hours go by and nothing happens, though Brielle's kind of jumpy. Every little sound. She feels like, oh, is that? Oh, no, that's a chipmunk. Okay. What was that? Oh, it's a fish. It's fine. But it goes by without incident. Who do you wake up for next watch?
I'll probably wake up Rhowan.
All quiet?
I heard some noises, but I think we're okay. I didn't, like, nothing came.
That's good.
Yeah. See, I can do this.
Yeah. I never had any doubt.
You didn't wake me up last time.
Thought you needed the sleep.
Maybe. Okay, I'm gonna go get sleep now.
David, give me your perception check for tonight, please. Rhowan feels very much at peace. You've been in a lot of ups and downs over the years, and you're out in your element. You know these planes. You are very confident that you are safe.
Nice.
Who's up on the next watch?
Do we need one? If I only need 4 hours of trance.
You will need trance for 2 hours so far.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll go for Wren.
She's like startled awake. Oh. No trouble?
Nah, it's real quiet out there.
Good. Let's hope it stays that way. By the way, that was very impressive earlier.
Oh, what are you...
You looked kind of confused by your own power. It was
Oh, yeah,
interesting
it's,
to see.
I've never vaporized anybody's head before. That's kind of the opposite of what I usually try to do.
Well, it makes sense. If you know how to do something one way, you could do it in reverse.
I guess so, yeah. Just like I did with that hole.
Exactly. All right. This is not going to be a good roll, but she will go and stand by the entrance of the tent and kind of walk around.
Love it when the DM suppresses a laugh at a die roll.
It's like a minus. No, it's probably 0.
It is, in fact, a 0. I don't normally share these, but like,
That's too
That's not
funny to
straight.
not.
oh, this is what I'm trying to do. Nope, it won't let me do that either. Fantasy grounds, come on, you drunk. Won't let
I
me
believe
share.
you.
Anyway, it's a 0. But Wren, you find that it's 6 a.m. when your watch starts. A short time into it, the sky begins to light up. The townsfolk are kind of out and about, and some of them are kind of investigating the aftermath of what happened the night before. So you find yourself really distracted by kind of the commotion going on.
I think she's also just like, I can't believe that I got all of that stuff copied tonight. Like she's like just like brimming with the potential outcome of this. But yeah, she's also probably trying to keep an eye out just to see if everyone is okay as they pass by.
The people seem a little uneasy. They're, understandably, they don't deal with these sorts of things, and what they saw was terrifying. Even those who didn't directly see the Duergar, what remains, especially of Geraldine's house, blood all over the walls of certain homes, it makes them feel like their cozy little village maybe isn't so safe.
Will I suffer any negative consequences if I stay up for the rest of the 2 hours? Since we only did 6 out of a full watch.
Yeah, you've only slept for... Well, you slept for 6 hours, and you have 2 hours of watch. That's an 8-hour long rest. So that's fine.
Fair enough. I thought it went 2 and me.
Yes, but I thought that Rhowan was staying up for 4, I guess.
Well, he said that and you told him that he stayed for 2, so that's why I was asking.
I told him that he only transferred 2. So,
Gotcha.
I don't know, maybe I got it backwards, but...
But I'm fine to stay up, is what we're saying.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. I don't do anything strenuous, but I think she's just awake now, so...
Yeah. Yeah, as long as you're staying restful for a little while, it's not an issue.
She probably picks at some of the cured meats that Griggs seems to always have.
It's actually slim pickings at the moment. You suspect that those children ate up a bunch of stuff that he had out.
Oh,
They're also, in fact, sleeping on similar fold-up bunks that he has out for them, and the mother's kind of curled up on a bedroll.
okay. I imagine Sylra's up now then, because
Yeah, so we're
midnight
up for sure.
passed. And all right, so Wren's
Yeah.
just gonna be eating rations then, I guess. She won't take more than they have.
Sylra would be doing the same, just sitting there eating her rations.
It's pretty rational.
Hey!
But
Brielle could also be awake at this point.
Cool. Do we have plans to set off right away, or do you think we could stay a little and help Geraldine with her house and make sure everyone's okay?
Right, is it like one day out from here back to town, like a full day's travel, or was it more?
Yeah, almost a full day's travel. Yeah.
No. Well, we could probably spare a little time. We might get back in town pretty late at night. But it
well,
shouldn't be a problem.
we were told that we were wanted at the Deer and Damsel by Friedrich. So...
But I guess we don't know that, right?
Oh, yes.
And we could also just make sure everyone's kind of pitching in and they have what they need before we leave.
I would like that, especially
Yeah.
for the cause of the destruction.
I'm not opposed to that.
We stay and help, and then if we get into town late, we have another place in the city that we can stay so that we don't interrupt Drindle's night. I'm not much use in this area, but I suppose I can be a morale boost.
I mean, if you can hold something like this, then that would make it easier if we needed to hammer it in.
I can do that.
Okay. I'll like come out of the tent and, or if we're outside the tent, I'll just kind of like wander the town and see who looks kind of like they're up and ready to go, and see if I can convince people to help talk to Geraldine and let her.
Yeah, well,
Brain
Geraldine was
tied.
actually in Griggs's tent with you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, that her and her children took shelter there.
So
for
I'll
the
just
night.
like ask if she's okay if we were to stay and help her house be
Oh,
at least boarded up.
thank you, but I was told that we need more timber, and we just we haven't got what we need here, so we'll have to wait for Morgoth to bring in some more. And you're not by chance heading back to Kine, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, well then, in that case, she holds out a little pouch, small coin purse. If you could get Morgoth to send more timber, it would certainly speed up the process.
I'm sure we can see that arranged.
Well, thank you. I'm grateful for what you all did. You don't even know me, and you came and fought to save us, and it was very admirable. I don't think I could do it on my best day.
I mean, to be honest, I know your name, so I do know you. That's enough for me.
But you learned it after.
Okay, are we going to argue semantics, or are we just going to be my friend? Accept it. We're here to help.
She takes your hand in both of hers, which look very frail and small compared to yours. And she looks you in the eyes and she says, Brielle, you and I are friends for life.
So let me help you.
Please help me by getting me the timber. Then if you're... we've got strong hands here, but we just don't have the supplies.
Where do we find this Morgoth?
He's in Kine. He's got a stall in Midtown. He takes timber orders. I don't know. I think he's a lumberjack, half-orc fellow. He's got this streak of blue through his hair.
All right, that sounds doable. We'll probably be back there after the markets are all closed, but we can do so first thing in the morning.
Thank you. It would probably be a week before one of us could get out there.
Leave it to us.
Is there anything I can do for you to repay you? To help your adventure?
If you could return this book, that would be great. The anatomy book
yes.
that I read on my little my watch.
Yeah, of course. Little Jonathan is supposed to be reading this soon anyway, so
Oh, God.
thank you.
Wren actually looks sort of amused. Like, normally she's very straight-faced, but you can see that she's amused for this.
Like the smallest curl of a lip.
I'm oblivious. Chapter 1. Noted. No, we'll get you what you need, but if you need it, I guess we can't stay much longer.
Well, thank you. We don't normally deal with things like this. Is there anything we can do to prevent this from happening again?
That is a very good question.
It is a good question.
Your homes, they're fairly easy to get into. Perhaps you could ask some of the skilled hands around here to help reinforce some of your windows or doors or something.
Okay.
It's a start. It doesn't keep them from coming into the town in the first place, but maybe buys you some time.
And if you haven't already set up a night watchman duty, might be time to think about that.
Yes, you all did seem surprised, so...
Yeah.
Well, we have dealt with a number of unusual beasts and that sort of thing, but Griggs, he's been doing his magic stuff all over the place, and it seems to keep everything away. We've been content in our safety, maybe too content.
Well, setting up some traps too may help, but you wouldn't want to fall into them yourself.
Yes, be careful with the children.
Well, perhaps when the seasonal hunters come back, we will talk to them about what we can do in that field. Thank you again. I'm going to see to our belongings.
Hopefully this isn't the last time that we see you, and when we come back here, maybe you'll be in a better position.
I sure hope so. Thank you again. And she once again, tries to place this coin purse in Brielle's hand.
I'm not taking it.
We got you covered. They had some valuables on them. We'll have them pay for this.
Yeah.
That does seem fair. Thank you. She turns and heads back to her children and getting them up off their beds and into the town again so that they can see to what's left of their home. Is there anything else you guys are doing before you head out?
Nope, just not.
Check in with Griggs, I'd say, and make sure that he kind of knows we're leaving and looks after the town, and kind of let him know that we'll be sending reinforcements back with like the timber?
Yeah, he's grateful for that, but like he's also super distracted because like first thing in the morning he goes out and does some magic to the crops and that sort of thing. He's on like a strict routine to make sure that there is a permanent effect cast over this area. So he kind of like waves you off. He's like, "Thanks, guys," and just kind of gets back to it. But you make your journey back on the road. It's not much of a road, but it is certainly better than what you've been traveling through the past few days. The day is cold. Not necessarily unseasonably cold, but on the colder end of mid-autumn. There's still a very, very clear, bright blue sky and a bit of a breeze. But you make the long trek back to Kine, and after a good 8 hours of walking, you see the city above you on the cliff top. You make your way up. It's late in the day. You slept later than you often do, and then also dealing with some of the locals. It's late afternoon. It's almost dinner time. A lot of people are stopping work for the day. The city is very busy. In fact, all your time out in the field now helps you to appreciate just how crazy loud this city is. There are carts going in all directions, people filling the streets. There's amazing smells coming from some stalls and horrible smells coming out of some chimneys.
I think Wren's just like, like she's relieved we're back in a city.
Yeah, and the smooth cobblestone road is almost a pleasure on your sore feet, just walking on even terrain once more. And where are you going?
You said it's dinner time?
Yep.
Would that mean that the stalls are closed?
Some of them are, some of them aren't. You know, it's nearing that time.
It would be a gamble to like walk through the city towards there.
Let me check and see if Morgoth's still open.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You make your way through to Midtown. It's actually kind of on your way, and as you approach the stall, you do see a very tall, very buff half-orc man. He's got a blue streak through his hair. He's got a ponytail that goes long down his back, and he's got like shadowy eyes, like he's wearing like heavy eyeshadow.
This is just Shanks as a half-orc.
I could never pull off a blue streak.
I don't know.
Oh, no, you could.
He's standing there talking with a man who, on any normal day, you would think, wow, that guy's in really good shape. But compared to Morgoth, he looks like a little child. And as you get closer, you can see he's like pointing at a piece of paper the man's holding. He's like, and double check the manifest. If one delivery isn't made, I swear I will wring you out.
Who's taking charge here as we approach?
If you want Brielle to, Brielle will.
I can...
All right. Well, Ren.
Maybe Rhowan should roll.
Rollies?
Yeah, we all roll.
Yeah, roll initiative. Go ahead. Let's do that.
I just rolled a 20.
Shit.
Not me. Thank God.
Oh, you actually
That's
rolled
not a 20.
initiative. All right, well, I rolled the highest on the die.
There you go.
Yep, you did.
Wren's got
Hey.
that +10 though.
Yeah, but they weren't
I
rolling
didn't roll
initiative.
initiative.
Oh, I see.
Morgoth, right?
Yeah, what's it to you?
Need to buy some lumber.
Well, I don't deal. I buy raw lumber. I sell timber.
Yeah. Need some wood. A shipment of it up to the name of the city I didn't write down.
Silverbrook.
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 And nobody pointed out that the river in Silverbrook was actually silver, but that's fine.
Neat.
Oh, Silverbrook. Yeah. I deliver there on occasion. Who's it for?
Well, I guess Geraldine mostly, but just for the town as a whole. There's some ruffians caused some damage to some property up there. They didn't have enough timber to fix it.
Shit.
We were passing through, said we'd put an order in on their behalf.
Hold on. I seem to be experiencing some audio issues. I can still hear you, but everything's all messed up. So give me 1 second.
It's fine. David was just speaking in Elvish.
Ugh. And now my computer's trying to connect to the wrong device, because of course it is. Sooner or later. Oh, there we go.
Hey!
Okay. Sorry. So, some ruffians messed up the place. Go on.
It's caused some damage to some of the houses out that way. They didn't have enough timber on hand to repair it. We were passing through,
shit.
said we'd order some timber on their behalf, have it sent up. And
All right.
they told us to talk to you.
How much do they need?
An amount. One wagon's load probably ought to take care of them for a while.
How
Stock
much
them up a little bit.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, we can load up a wagon. We got a couple of sizes. We got little Joe over here, and he points to a wagon with a mule like reined into it.
I try to talk to it.
It's a smaller wagon, but it's like stocked full of timber. It looks like a fairly decent amount. He's like, and then we got the big Frank over here, and we got a pretty sizable draft horse strapped to a very large wagon full of wood.
What's the going rate for Frank over there?
You said they ran into trouble, eh?
A little bit.
I can do it for 15.
Seems reasonable.
Wren's just going to produce that onyx that they found. Just make sure that they're set up well.
That'll do. He's wearing this very tight, sleeveless shirt. So when he does that, you can just see the gem poking out.
Oh my god.
There's no pocket. It's just so tight it holds it in place.
It's just so tight it holds it.
Oh my god.
Nobody got hurt, did they?
Nobody except the assailants and Brielle here.
I think they're just worried right now.
Yeah. Frontiering is tough work. Tougher than what I do. They're good people in Silverbrook. I hope you were kind to them.
Sure think so.
Didn't hear any complaints.
Geraldine's
Alright.
great. She's my best friend now. So I think we're okay.
Yeah, Geraldine is great. Maybe in another life, you know?
What do you mean by that?
It's like in that book that you were reading.
I mean, I don't know how to. I mean, she's out there and I'm over here, and just it could never work.
Couldn't Frank take you?
Yeah, but then I gotta come back.
And
Just I don't think it'd work.
okay.
It never hurts to ask.
Make a persuasion check.
Brielle and Wren matchmakers.
Yeah, can I get advantage because we're both doing this?
Yeah.
good.
23.
Let's go.
Matchmaker, Wren and Brielle.
You know what? You got a point.
Life is short. If there's something that you want, might as well.
You could take the timber to her. That's a start.
She would be very glad to see that.
All right, Will. I'm taking Big Frank tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for your words. You all have a decent night.
You too.
I will.
And a better tomorrow. And Brielle winks really badly at him.
Oh my god, you guys.
I've read that book now. I'm an expert.
Now you know the things.
He turns back to his business. Gem's still poking out, and kind of leaves you to it. Where to next, team?
Well, should we check in with our employer?
Guess we might as well.
We are ostensibly on business.
Sylra,
Yes.
I'm a little bit concerned about what's currently in your possession. If we head straight there and it is discovered,
That is true.
how close is Wren's house from here? Or even Rhowan's?
Rhowan's a little bit further away. He's kind of more on the. He's a little bit further south than where you need to be. But Wren's is like right here where Midtown meets Hightown. So.
I have a place that we could stop and store it if it's not concerning to leave it out of your possession for a moment. I also need to drop some things off.
That is true. Yeah, we can do that. And
she's also gonna look at Brielle and Rhowan. I think we might want to keep it quiet what we saw in the tent yesterday. I don't know how Drindle's going to take to the things that we saw, if even we were confused about what happened.
That was before we had it. We weren't outside yet for that. We were still in the tent.
You were in the tent when Silver
That's
went
right.
nuts.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, I was told not to say anything about this whole thing, so
Well,
that's part
I'm
of
not
it.
going to bring it up.
All right, well, I guess we make a pit stop at Wren's house before we head to Drindle's.
Yeah, what's that look like? Are you inviting them all up? Or are you depositing things and leaving them in the street?
I think it depends on if Sylra wants to ensure that, actually, yeah, I think she would invite them up because she doesn't want to be carrying or exchanging a scroll out in the open street.
Yeah, you guys approach this modestly sized butcher shop. It is closed at the moment, and around the side of it is a door that leads to a staircase, and up above the butcher shop are a number of apartments.
He opens up the door and you see this just like tidy, very warm, cozy apartment, just like all the pillows and quilts. It's all like very soft blues and purples and grays. She goes, please take off your shoes. She slips hers off and enters. And I think she's gonna open up a wardrobe that has like a little box inside, like at the bottom. And she offers to Sylra, we could leave it here. You're welcome to pick it up afterward.
Yes, and how do I know that I can trust you, that nothing is going to happen? It's not going to go missing.
Well, you don't, but I will be with you the whole time.
That's true. I'll take your word for it then.
She is going to think about it for a second. She takes out a little key ring and she takes an extra key off of it. And just in case something happens to me, you never know. And she's going to offer her spare key to Sylra and tuck all of the stuff that she copied underneath that box. I don't really. You should probably just get going. She seems suddenly uncomfortable with the fact that there's 3 other people in her space.
Just Rowan's looking at, real nice place you got here. Honestly, not the vibe I would have guessed, but I like it. It works.
I thought the exact same.
What? Out of curiosity, what were you expecting?
I don't know. I mostly know you from getting stabbed. And this place is really cozy, and those just aren't 2 things that I sort of associate with each other.
I like my space to feel like my own safe haven, and this is what does the trick for that.
But that's important.
She's just you can see that there's a little bit of, she notices that there's a little bit of dirt that's been tracked in by you guys, but she tries to brush off the that, and she starts strapping up her sandals again to head out.
Yeah, so you guys head back out into the street. Getting a little less busy now. And as you head into the western edge of Hightown, it gets less and less busy. You see the odd, fancy-looking carriage, maybe a couple strolling through the many green areas of this edge of town, but not so much hustle and bustle. You were heading to Drindle's Manor. Yeah, you approach, and as before, you see the large wrought iron fence and a gate, and 2 guards standing in front of it. Though it is getting a little dark now, more twilight than anything, but you do notice as you approach there are no lights visible inside the manor at the moment. When you approach the gate, one of them steps forward a little bit. All right, you 4 are the ones he's expecting, yeah?
Probably.
Unless
well.
he's hired another four.
Not likely. So here's the deal. He's not here.
Oh,
Um,
that's
Yeah. He told me it was very important that he sees you as soon as possible, but he has urgent business to see to, and he took off in quite a hurry with all of my men, leaving me and my lieutenant to watch the gate.
Oh, should we like come back or wait or go after him?
He suggested that should you return before he does, that perhaps you could wait for him at the Deer and Damsel.
That'll work.
I guess we can do that. Do you need any help?
I don't know. In fact, if you find out what it is that he's doing with all my men, I wouldn't mind being informed myself.
Is this out of character for Wilton?
Yeah.
Then
The
sound like
amount of
it.
times that he's needed to go somewhere personally with armed forces, very slim. In fact, you've probably never seen or heard of it.
Weird.
Well, there are lots of people around Kine. Maybe someone saw something.
Perhaps, but again, I'm stuck at the gate, something that my underlings are supposed to be doing.
That is frustrating.
It is.
Well, another way you could look at it, Wilton trusts you just as much as all of your underlings put together if he's left you with this duty by yourself and one other.
Maybe, or perhaps he doesn't trust me enough to deal with the problem that he's having.
I think
Yeah,
guess you
but-
could look at it that way too.
It's fine. I will. He seems to suddenly realize himself. I will not discuss it further with people outside of our organization. I'm very sorry.
No worries, man.
We're used to it.
Yes, but
People like to talk to me.
so long as you don't like sharing what I've said with others, then that should be fine.
Well,
Good. Have a good night.
You too.
Unlikely.
It'd be better if you smiled.
I will consider your words very carefully. Seems unamused.
get out my wand of smiles now.
Suit yourself.
To the Deer and Damsel.
Totally.
We might want to backtrack and pick up our stuff real quick before we go there, but we can just kind of hand wave that.
You find yourselves at the Deer and Damsel. You come through the front door, and there you find opposite where you stand on the stage, Friedrich Fingerling. He is playing the famous ballad of Cadence, Thief in the Night, about a grief-stricken man without a face who is going about the continent, taking as he pleases to, fill the hole that he feels inside himself. The tavern is not as busy as it normally is. It's not empty either. There's 3 tables with separate couples at them, and you also spy Jorf at the bar. He is pouring a drink and wiping the bar, delivers it to a table. You guys know something about Friedrich, so I think that you probably all notice that as you come in, he does seem to take notice of you. But he continues his performance.
I'm gonna try not to let on that I know that he wants to see us.
Fair enough.
Should we find a table?
I think so.
What are we drinking?
I got it. And like, Brielle will run off to the bar, remembering what everyone ordered their first night.
Oh, hi. Brielle, right?
Yeah. Jorf, right? Jorf.
Jorf, yeah, exactly. Jorf, it's a family name.
Names tend to be that. Can I have the fanciest wine that you have, 2 honey wines, and something that is not alcohol?
Like a book?
What?
Oh, that's something that's not alcohol.
Oh yeah, I guess that's fair. Do you have like water? But
Yeah,
don't let
of
Zero know.
course. Oh, yeah, okay. He goes about arranging your drinks. Everything okay?
Have we long rested since I've been stabbed? Yes. So
Yeah.
I'm healed up. Okay. Yeah, it's just been a long couple days. How's it been for you? Business good?
Slow tonight. But I can't complain.
Is your mom okay?
Yeah, she's fine. She's looking after the stew right now, but she'll be out in a moment.
I don't want to get you in trouble talking to you too long, so.
Oh, well, on a slow night like tonight, that's no big deal. I can focus on you guys a bit. Do you need anything?
The drinks I ordered?
Oh, yeah, sorry. He picks them all up on a tray and walks with you back to the table. Well, here you all go. And anything else? You hungry?
Oh, yeah, that sounds good.
Oh, you got us table service, Brielle. That's very nice.
So fancy.
Thanks. She feels all like important right now. She's like, oh, I'm a celebrity.
Right. Well, I'll get you some stews then. That's what we've got.
Sounds good.
And if you need anything else, remember to ask for Jorf.
Will do.
He runs back to the kitchen, and a minute later, he comes out with the same tray, 4 bowls of stew on it, and like a crusty loaf of bread. And his mother follows him out. I've got images that I'm not putting up for characters because I don't know. Yeah, his mother follows him out and kind of stands at the bar, and let's see, we've got an image for Jorf.
Oh, he's so cute.
So cute.
And then behind him with like a long brown braid and broad shoulders, like she looks very strong built for a woman, black apron with like flower and stuff on it, is his mother, Jurley.
Also cute.
Not Georgina.
No.
But his father's Dorpenheim.
I can see why he was like a little bit scared of her, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, she kind of just stands and like watches, and as he hands out and places the bread in the middle of the table, and he's just like, all right, well, we're right over here if you need anything.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. He heads back, and about that time, as you're like taking your first bites of your food, Fingerling seems to wrap up his performance for now. He gives like a big flourish, holds the note for a really long time, and then places the instruments down, strolls over to the bar. There is a like a cocktail glass set out for him, but before he even reaches it, he picks it up by the stem, walks over, grabs a chair as he walks, drags it across the room, pulls it up to your table, and sits down. Hello there.
Oh, hey, Friedrich. How you been?
I'm good.
To what do we owe the pleasure?
Oh, I've been hoping to talk to you for.
What's up?
Yeah, rumor has it that you four are very talented adventurers.
We did survive a pretty tough go through Dunmar Pass recently.
Yeah, Denmark. Wow. Must have been tough.
You
Just
seem
dark
like you
and
have
full of-
something you want to say to us.
Straight to business. I can respect that. Alright, here's the short of it. I have some friends. You've got friends, and you know how it is. Anyway, a lot of my friends have been telling me about this really important document that these really cool adventurers have picked up, and they really want it. And that means that I kind of want it, because they're willing to pay me a shit ton for it.
What kind of document?
You're gonna make me say it in a public setting like this.
Well, I can't do the job if I don't know everything.
Shirley? She walks over. Yes, sir? We're gonna need the room.
Holy crap.
Oh my goodness.
Of course, sir. And she walks over to the other tables and says something quietly to them, and each of them leave. I need to know how to refine Galderite.
Why would someone in your line of work need to know about that?
You haven't figured out what my line of work is yet, have you?
I always assume that people are wearing more than one face.
How true that is. Oh, Wren, you would have been good with us. Maybe the best. He leans back in the chair, puts his feet up on the table, and pulls out an amulet and drops it. And you recognize the emblem of the Swindall Corporation.
That's what I figured.
But listen, I'm a businessman. I don't like getting my hands dirty, otherwise I would have went and killed the dwarf and taken it myself. 400 gold.
And why would I want to give that to people like you?
We're gonna get it sooner or later. I don't want to have to kill anyone to do it.
She's looking at the others.
I'm still kind of confused what's going on here.
He's trying to buy information that he thinks that we have. And if not,
me.
sorry, what is it that you just said?
Don't insult me.
I didn't hear anyone insulting you.
She knows what I mean.
And if we tell you that we can't do that for you, then
then I have to get my hands dirty, and I really don't want that.
you seem really confident that you can achieve this.
Yeah. What's that tell you?
Well, I don't like that. It seems like you have control over the place that we're currently in, so nothing good.
Yeah, but it could be a bluff.
It could be. Or the real Dwarf and Jurley are tied up in the storeroom right now. And those other patrons that we asked to leave are surrounding the building.
Can I look out a window to see if there's people looking in, like any of the couples?
You can, but as you go to do that, actually, I want you to make a perception check right now. Anyone's welcome to, if you're looking about at the moment.
Yeah.
I want to make an insight check. Can I do that?
Yes, you absolutely can.
Actually, I talked to Jorfel quite a bit last time. Would I recognize, could I have an insight check? Or did something feel off about him?
No, he seemed completely like Jorf to you. Yeah. Hot damn. Okay. Sylra and Rhowan, both of you. Well, all of you notice that Jurley has actually moved to stand in front of the door and has locked it.
That's not a good time.
Yeah, and it's not like a slide lock, it's an iron lock that she has pocketed the key of. Jorf is standing on the opposite end of the room, also watching you. But Rhowan and Sylra, you notice that Jurley, standing at the door, seems to be wounded. Moving with a little bit of a limp, you see the slightest bit of brownish, dried blood on her apron.
Or we see the real Jorf and Jurley here and you rough them up, into cooperating with whatever scheme you're trying to pull.
Wren, did you roll your insight?
Yep.
Oh, you did. Sorry. Yes, you did. You really can't get a read on him. Like, this is a guy that will make you see what he wants you to see. But at that comment, Rhowan, he just laughs. They got roughed up a little bit, that's for sure. Jurley was surprisingly formidable. But, why don't you just go ahead and reveal yourselves? And at that, you see now 2 doppelgangers standing in the room with you.
There we go.
Yeah.
And I think at that, we'll call it a night.